So if you've been following the channel for the past few months, you would know I've been playing Doom 2016 a lot. Dying Light fans, I promise this will make sense in a second, just hold on to your attention span for a tad bit longer. Anyways, as I was saying, I've been playing a lot of Doom 2016. And in that game, there are secret areas of the map called classic levels you can find and unlock and play through, as a sort of congratulatory scavenger hunt bonus kind of type of thing. Now, I figured, without diving straight into the deep end and playing them, what is a better way to immerse myself into these classic-style levels than to first play something kind of similar to it? Why not try to unlock the Doom Easter Egg in Dying Light 2? See? I told you it'd be a good segue. Anyways, welcome back to Dying Light 2 Secrets and More. Before I begin, let me just say that it feels good to be back in the world of Dying Light 2, even if for just a few hours. I really do enjoy this game despite its critics and flaws. Anyhow, just like my Lazarus Knuckle Dusters video, which you guys really seemed to enjoy by the way, this video may contain visual story spoilers for various missions throughout the game, whether it be the names or descriptions of quests, or ways the game environment can change depending on your player choices, so please tread carefully. Now with the spoiler warning out of the way, let's begin. Requirements. There are two parts to this one. There are quests and missions you will have to complete, as well as items and money you will need to have at your disposal before beginning. Quest-wise, the only real requirement I have for you folks is to make sure you all have full access to the VNC Tower building. So, if you haven't advanced the main story up until after you complete the broadcast mission, please pause this video, go do so, and then we can continue. Also, for those of you getting back into the game for the New Game Plus feature, you can totally do this too. Completing the game's epilogue will have no negative consequences on you for this Easter egg. Item-wise, you will need 419 pieces of scrap, and while this may seem costly, simply go around to all the vendors you see, buy out their stock, and if you're still lacking, walk around the old Villador and loot all the trash cans you can find. I promise you, you will have more than enough scrap than you can handle. You'll also need one unique rating infected trophy, so be sure to hang on to those. Oh, also, I do sort of highly recommend you having access to the poison resistance and health regeneration boosters, and upgrading them a little bit if you can afford it. However, that's not necessary if you are good at using the DIY shotgun. If you have no idea what I mean by that, well, the regeneration booster is unlocked for free and added to your crafting menu after you liberate Jack and Joe's camp, and the poison resistance booster can be purchased for 290 coins from the Craftmaster aboard the Missy, the PK's floating fortress, as soon as you gain access to it in the Only Way Out quest. So, as long as you've gotten access to the broadcast mission, you can fast travel to the ship, purchase it from the Craftmaster, and you're on your way. Ducks! You know you love them. Or maybe not. Regardless, our next objective is to gather 5 black rubber ducks scattered throughout the maps of Old Villador and the city center. When you pick them up, they'll make an ominous sounding noise, but that just means they've imprinted on you correctly. You can grab them in any particular order, but I did them as follows. There's one here in the top left corner of the Houndfield area in Old Villador. It's hidden in the chemicals just near the tree line. There is also a rubber duck here within the Mount Lucid Observatory. Another duck can be found on the border of the Lower Dam Eyre and the newfound Lost Lands.
What's it look like I'm doing, asshole?
Within the area of the wharf, another rubber duck can be found just outside the GRE anomaly C-A-83 in the back of a police car. I wasn't able to find any easy way out of the water, so I just ended up dying in some chemicals and respawning elsewhere. Next up, time to head to the VNC Tower building for a 2-in-1. Firstly, to grab the last duck, and second, to access the next stage of the Easter egg. For right now, you don't need to follow my exact movements on screen, but to grab the last duck, the only thing that matters is that you get onto the VNC Tower roof. Once out on the roof, follow the video and you'll see this little platform. Go out onto it, turn around, and look down. You'll see an open office window where you can hop down into. If you have the Casper's flip-flops, or you have the roll skill or something, you should be able to land in there without taking any damage. You'll find a note on the desk that gives you the code to the safe, which is 666. Open the safe and you'll have the last duck. Once you've gotten all of your rubber duckies cradled in your arms like a proud rubber ducky mama would, it's time to head to the basement of the VNC Tower. Once you're down in the bowels of Mother's basement, you'll want to go around the corner and pretty much move in a straight line towards the now cracked open door, then head down the hallway. You were here during the broadcast mission, and hopefully you took note that this door was closed beforehand. This is why you need those duckies. Take the elevator further and further down until you reach a room filled with altars. Go to each of the altars and place your little duckies one by one. The cable boxes behind the altars will light up, and all you simply need to do is to drag the green light cable to a diagonal red backlit box in order to form a pentagram. not the Star of David. Once done, you'll now see a gun in the center of the room. Don't panic, I know it's on fire and floating all spooky-like, but it isn't like that one clip of a guy saying, "Fuck that gun," and the gun turns on him and his friends. And they all scream.
Bro, that's a crazy gun.
Bro, fuck that gun,
Bro. Oh, shit. Ah!
It's actually a magical port key. Quick sidebar. If you find yourself struggling with this next part of the video, this is where those boosters I mentioned in the beginning will come into handy. So just use the boosters like you would normally, and then access the gun. The effects should totally carry over, though I'm pretty sure this isn't supposed to happen. Oh well. Once you've been teleported, you'll see everything is fuzzy looking, and you should hear some metal music. Have no fear, however, because you are equipped with the KaDOOM shotgun, which has an endearing message written for its item description. Your goal in this space is to go around and collect these white crystalline items titled Precious. So not only are we in Techland's rendition of a classic Doom level right now, we're also slowly turning into Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings. Maybe those ducks did have an adverse effect after all. Once you collect what should be your third white crystal, if you backtrack into the room with a green zigzag-like floor, you should now see a panel having opened up. Go in there and take out the exploder-type enemy from afar, and grab the Mistress Sword blueprint. Turn around again and go up the ladder. Down this hallway, you will find an endearing note this time, listing names of game makers that have inspired the Techland crew. Next to that, you will also find the fourth crystal. Go back down the hall towards the third one, and hug the right side. You will see a button prompt pop up, and when you push it, it opens the wall. Open it up, and head on through what should be hopefully your last area of this combat area. Level, puzzle, time challenge thing. Clear the enemies in the room, and grab the Dying Force Developer Blueprint, and then your last crystal in the center of the room to complete the area. There used to be a bug feature that would allow you to take the ever-powerful KaDOOM shotgun out of this area and let you use it in the base game. However, it's since been patched. There are a few clips floating around of players using it on the final boss to make that fight an absolute breeze. However, not all hope is lost. You still got away with 2 new developer blueprints. Firstly, we'll take a look at that Dying Force developer blueprint, as the Mistress Sword used to be a little bit more involved. The Dying Force blueprint is a nod to the infamous Force Choke, used by Star Wars characters like Quinlan Vos, Snoke, and, of course, Darth Vader, or Anakin Skywalker. In the crafting menu, it is listed as a unique tier ranged weapon that does 80 damage. Creating this weapon will cost 50 scraps, as well as one unique infected trophy, and gives the player 16 uses before breaking, I guess you could say. It cannot be upgraded, so if you wish to use it more, be prepared to gather some more scrap. Overall, it's a fun gag-type weapon to show off to your new player friends to wow them, or to channel your inner Sith Lord. The Mistress Sword blueprint is a nod to both the previous game's Twilight Phantom, as well as the Master Sword from the Legend of Zelda franchise overall. It is classified as an artifact tier one-handed machete and has no damage listed. It produces one sword per craft, which requires 369 scrap. However, it has no durability. On the downside, however, it does literally no damage. In the very beginning of the game's release, towards when the first DLC, the Authority Pack armor set, dropped, I remember there being some information floating around about some special type of enemy within the sunken city besides the Drowners, that when hit would drop crystals. I tried searching it up for more recent updates, but that no longer seems to be a feature within the game. It seems it's been patched. The only video I could find about it was from a channel, Respawned Gentleman, that showed how to do the exploit, but as the title here suggests, it was patched after version 1.2.0. In any case, that about does it for my showcase of the Doom Easter Egg, as well as both the Star Wars and the Legend of Zelda Easter eggs, respectively. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace! Oh, and P.S., please note that this guide was made in version 1.4.2p of the game, so if you're playing it and any future updates, there may be slight variations. If you run into any major glitches prohibiting you from completing this guide, or if you have any questions at all you have to do is leave a comment down below, and I will try and troubleshoot alongside you to the best of my abilities.